Hello and welcome to this next tutorial of shell scripting. So in this tutorial we will understand the basic shell commands that are used mostly in the shell programming and shell scripting. So in this lecture we will be studying the basic terminal navigation commands like ls, cd, pwd and man, as well as we will study some basic file commands or file and directory commands like touch, mkdir, cat, more and less. Okay, so starting from the first command, ls command is used to display the list and files and the folder, list of the files and the folders in the current working directory. Then cd command is used to change the directory, pwd is used to display a current working path, and man command is used to display the manual of any command. So these four commands we will study first, and then we will go for the file commands. So first command that we have to study is the ls command. So simply typing ls will display the list of the files and directories in your home directory. So now my directory have the different folders like desktop, downloads, music, public and all this. So this ls command is used to check the list of the files and the directories in your current working directory. Now this ls command have different options like ls -l stands for the long list of the files. So it will show the additional information about the file. That means whether the file is a directory or a simple file, that will be displayed by the first character by D. So if it is D, means a directory. So this desktop is a directory, so it is showing the first character as D. Similarly, examples.desktop, it is a file, so it is showing dash here. So when the file starts with D, it is called as the directory. When it starts with dash, it is called as the simple file. Then next rwx and rwx. These are the permissions or the set of the permissions. So this first permissions read, write, execute. R for read, W for write and X for execute. So these permissions, the set of the permissions is for the user. Then next three are for the group and next three are for the other. So this we will study in detail while studying the chmod command. So for now remember that these are the permissions associated with the file. So user can read, write and execute. Group members can read and execute only, they don't have write permission, as well as others have read and execute permission, they don't have the write permissions. Okay, then the number of files are shown here in a directory. Then a user who have created the group here while the file is created, then the block, then the date and time of creation, and finally name of the folder. So this is the ls-l command displays the long list of the files. Okay, so whenever you have the access denied kind of the error while executing in shell environment, at that time you can check the ls-l command and the permissions associated with the file, and then do the corrections depending on what kind of the permissions are associated. Okay, now next command we will study is a ls command with different options by ls-a. So ls-a displays the all the files. A means all the files. So it displays the files, system files as well as hidden files. So this dot, the files, the directories, those are starting from dot are called as the hidden files or the system files. So by using ls command, these files were not displayed, but now by ls-a command, the files are getting displayed. So there are many options for ls command like this. So these options we will you can study by using the another command. Now next command is a cd command. So cd is used to change the directory. Okay, so first we have studied that there are these many folders in my home directory. So if I want to switch to downloads directory, then I can go into cd and a name of the directory. So cd downloads. Then I can check the files into downloads directory. These are the different files available. Then if I want to change one more directory, you can type as cd wri. This is one of the directory in my downloads. So I have switched to that directory. Then I can check the files here. There is another directory, right? So I will again load that w. Okay, so in this way you can change the different directories by using the cd command. Now to return to the home directory or return to the previous directory, the command is cd. So if you press a cd, it will load the directly load the parent directory. So by typing a cd, it will load directly a parent directory, and if you want to change a directory by directory, then the command is cd. Let us go to the cd write cd. So if you want to go to the previous directory, then command is cd space dot dot, cd space dot dot. Remember, in DOS command is cd dot dot. Here command is cd space dot dot. It will return to the previous directory, cd dot dot. Now if you want to change to the home directory of the root, you can directly type cd slash. It will go to the home directory of the root. So cd and slash will take you to the home directory. So similarly, if you want to switch to the home directory of your own, press cd and tdl. So it will lead you to the your home directory. So cd slash will go to the root's home directory, cd tdl will go to the your home directory. So these are the different shortcuts, and the command uses basic is cd is used for changing the directory. Next command is a pwd. So pwd stands for the present working directory. So pwd will display you the path where you are currently working. For example, if I type pwd here, it is displaying /home/Avinash, that means my home directory. So if you change a directory, cd downloads, and again type a pwd, then the current working directory is now changing to downloads. So like this, pwd is used to check on which directory you are currently working on. And next command is a man. Now this is most important command in the Linux shell, because if you have any problem in using any of the shell commands, you can take a help of the Unix for correcting your commands. So this can be done with the help of the man. Man stands for the manual or a help. Man is a manual or help command that displays the detailed information about all the commands. For example, say if I have a problem in using the ls command, I will type man ls, and the complete manual of ls command will get displayed. So it is telling that ls list directory contents, then usage or the syntax of using is ls, and options on a file name if you want to display the particular files. Then there are different options like -a for all, -a for almost all, my -- author, -b, -c, -d. There are many options comes with the each command. So depending on which options you require, you can use the command manually. For example, ls, if I want to display all the files that starts with the D letters, so I can type lsd star. Okay, my file doesn't have now this anything starting with a D, so I will go to the previous directory and type lsd star. So lsd star is displaying all the files starting with a letter D. That means desktop is a directory, documents, downloads. These are the files in the downloads directory. So D star displays the files and directories starting with letter D. Like this, you can make use of the ls command with different variations. Okay, so this is all about the basic terminal navigation commands like ls used to display list of files and directories, cd to change a current working directory, pwd to get information about the present working directory, and man for manual or help. Now next set of commands that we will try to learn is commands associated with the files and directories. Okay, so these are the different commands: touch, mkdir, cat, more, and less. So we will start with the first command, that is touch. Okay, so first we will start with the mkdir. We will create one directory in my home. So create one directory. Mkdir is the command used to create a directory. Let us name this as shell directory, then I will change to this directory by using cd shell. Now first command you have studied is mkdir, that stands for the make directory. Now next, if you want to create a file, the command used to create a file is touch. So touch command creates the empty file, let us say file 1. Okay, now if you want to check whether file is created or not, we will check by using the ls command. That will display the list of the files in the directory. So it has one file. So this touch command you can use different ways. For example, say if you want to create multiple files at the same time, file 3, file 4, file 5. Okay, so, and let us check whether files are created or not. So all the files are created. So touch command is used to create the empty file. Touch command is used to create the empty file. It doesn't ask for any contents or anything. It only creates the file with given name. So that is the touch command. mkdir we have studied. Next we will study the cat command. Now cat command is used to display the contents of the file. Now this file doesn't have any contents. We have only created the empty file. Now if you want to add the contents to the file, you can make use of the same cat command. And the use of this cat command is like this: cat redirection operator. So this is called as the redirection operator. So it redirects output of cat command to file 1. Okay, now it will ask to enter the text in text for the file. So let me type the text with the Pratishthan's College of Engineering. Now you are in third year. So third year IT operating system course, shell scripting tutorials. Okay, so this text I have typed. Now next, press the Ctrl plus D to escape from the typing mode, and it will switch to the command mode. Okay, so Ctrl plus D, Ctrl plus D is used to escape from the cat command mode to the terminal mode. Okay, so always use this combination of keys to escape. If you press Ctrl plus Z, then also it will escape, but it will not save the contents of the file. So always press Ctrl D if you want to save the contents of the file. Then press Ctrl plus D. Ctrl plus Z will not save the contents of the file. Okay. So if you want to now display the contents of the file, use the cat command file 1. So now it is displaying the contents of the file. So one more command I am typing frequently is called as the clear command, that clears the output screen. So remember, clears the terminal screen. Okay, so cat file 1 is displaying the list of the contents of the file. Okay, now I have added the contents to the file, but next time I want to edit this file and want to write contents into the file or add contents into the file. So if you type cat/file1, and let me copy this, cat/file1, then what will happen? It will overwrite the contents. Okay, this command will overwrite the contents. So Ctrl D and again display the file. So previous contents are gone, new contents are added. But if you want to append the contents to the file, then what you should do? Instead of using this single redirection operator, use double redirection operator. So single redirection operator means override the contents, and double redirection operator means append the contents. So I am typing. So this text I had previously typed. Now I will add more contents. Okay, for demonstration, just keep this as it is. Okay, Okay, now these are the contents, and now next time I will add more contents to the file or append contents to the file. So shell scripting tutorials. So this tutorial is about basic shell commands. Control plus D, and now check the contents of the file. One more time I press the command to append the comments. So these commands are file. Now I am typing commands file related. Press Ctrl D. Okay, now I want to display the contents of the file 1. Okay, now previous contents were up to this. Next I have added this line, so this line get appended, and next I have added this line, so this line also get appended to the existing text. So we have studied a cat command. Cat and file1 will display the contents of the file. Cat and redirection operator will ask the user to enter the content, and cat double redirection operator allows the user to append the content. And Control plus D for exiting from the environment. Let us check contents of file 2 now. So these two lines we have added. The cat command can be used to display the contents of the file, override the contents to the file, and append contents to the file. These are the three uses of the cat command. There are many uses by which we can make use of the cat command that we will understand while implementing the assignment. Okay, so in next lecture we will study more commands related to a file. Thank you.